I don't think we get the whole picture of meditation unless we also understand the extrasensory perception, healing, thought over matter, and all the rest of it. I believe Duke University in Carolina has been experimenting on this problem. And also it has been the Tibetan and the Hindu tradition that the deeper you get into meditation, there are certain what they call siddhis, which are, how would you translate, powers, as capacities which are not sensory. That defy all logic, like levitation, which I have seen actually with several others. It wasn't just my individual experience. And also, when one goes into this question of meditation profoundly, not as a theory but an actuality in daily life, these powers or these capacities come into being. As I said, I'm not talking about anything which isn't actual to me personally. And one has to be very careful not to be entangled in those, because they lead to all kinds of undesirable activities. And so a really profoundly religious man, who is really part of meditation and sacredness, though these capacities arise, they should be treated as childish toys. Because unless one is very careful, they can be utilized for personal benefit, for personal, for exploitation, all that involved in it. And say, for instance, healing. One has that capacity from childhood if one has gone into it. The speaker has had that thing right from the beginning of his infancy. You collect a lot of undesirable people around you. You begin to, unless you are very, very sane, that becomes a means of exploiting people. Like the Tibetans and the Hindus, probably it went from India to Tibet in the old days, that they believe very, very strongly, and they have been talking about it, and several people have come to see me about it, that there is a power, energy, a form of what they call fire, that can be awakened through very careful teaching, practice, abstinence, control, and all the rest of it, that is awakened and passes through various states of the body and so on. It isn't an action of will. It isn't something you concentrate and all that. Therefore, we must understand effort, concentrate, all that must be gone into.
Yes. But you say you yourself, you don't use these things at all. I mean, you say I don't know.
I didn't say that, sir.
Oh, I see.
First of all, sir, it should never be talked about. It should be, if you're interested, I'll talk a little bit about it.
Very much, very much.
The whole idea is, all energy is seated round here.
Yeah.
And to release that energy, of course there must be absolute righteous behavior. Be good, don't hurt. You follow?
Yes, sir.
Never get angry, never think about yourself. Otherwise, if that is released and you are selfish, you're going to destroy
Yourself first.
yourself and the world. If you are sexual, and if that's released, you will be a monster sexually. And if you are at all greedy, violent, equally vicious. So, don't touch that, or come near it, or think about it till you are right, till you are a real human being, as it were. And sleep is not only restful for the body, but for the mind to be quiet. Which means the brain cells themselves must be quiet. The brain being very quiet, its very quietness creates its own energy. So there is this energy through sleep renewing itself all the time, which is the energy which kundalini is supposed to awaken. So, don't touch that at any price till this is right. You follow, sir?
Yes, I do, yes.
Till you are really founded in goodness. Till you are really in your heart of hearts are really good. Others may do you damage, others may take you to court, do anything they like, but you are established there. And then perhaps the other thing will come naturally. But if you pursue the other, then you are in for trouble. And there are people now from India peddling kundalini. You understand, sir?
Trying to release an energy.
For these monstrous people. You see, some of the monks or sannyasis in India want to awaken this. Some of them do. You know, the whole idea. But you see, there are traditional Hindus, traditionally, rituals and all that, and this becomes a monstrous energy, and in which they are using for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like generals having superpower. See, that's why those people who, they say, as you become good, you'll have powers, clairvoyance, etc., etc. Don't touch them. You may have them, but don't go turn your back on them. The danger, is there not, for all those people who have capacity, gift, is that they think they are superior, first of all. They think they are the salt of the earth. They're people specially chosen and apart. And with that feeling of apartness, of chosen, all the evils come. They are antisocial, individualistic, aggressive, extraordinarily self-centered, like all gifted people. So gift and capacity is a danger, is it not? Not that one can avoid the gift or the capacity, but one must be aware of the implications, the dangers of it. The Hindu tradition, and they say that there is what they call it, serpent power.
Kundalini.
I didn't know whether Kundalini.
But I mean, it was referred to in the book as well.
Right, if it is referred to in the book, I must take it out. That Kundalini can be awakened and a different kind of energy comes into being. These are the 2 points. You see, if you have gone into the question of Kundalini,
Yes.
the whole idea there, as far as I've been told by others, and some who have been through it, it is a form of awakening or releasing energy
Yes.
through various centers in the body.
Yes.
And those centers have been dormant or not fully in operation.
Yes.
And therefore, when this energy is in movement, it passes through these centers, so-called, then there is a certain amount of trouble, certain amount of pain, disturbance, and that is the problem.
But is that is not necessary for the transformation that you discussed.
No,
Definitely not.
Definitely not. According to them, there is an energy which is not physical.
Yes, I see. It's awakened in the physical.
No, you must go through
No,
it
it's
very
awakened.
carefully if you want to know. It goes through various centers.
Yes, but these are physical centers.
Physical centers. Like the solar plexus
Yes.
is the main center.
Yes.
And below that. And there's a center at the thorax, and center in the back of the head, center in front of the... Oh, there's one at the center of near the heart, and one in the middle of the forehead. Ultimately, it goes through the top of the head.
Yes.
That's there. They say when it goes through the top of the head, that energy is entirely different.
Yes.
It's not physical anymore.
No more.
The energy of truth is entirely different from
Yeah.
the energy of reality.
Yes. But the Kundalini might not be part of it, might or might not be the energy. It is not the energy of truth, right? Kundalini.
No. The energy in reality is both physiological as psychological.
Yes.
And therefore it's always limited.
Yes, I mean, wouldn't you say Kundalini is a side issue? In other words, my own feeling is that once you consider truth, then Kundalini must be something more limited.
Of course.
It cannot be the same as truth.
Of course.
Yeah, but it might be a combination of physical and psychological energy.
Yes, sir.
Which you say the young man found helpful.
Yes.
Right.
Truth is global,
Yes.
and this is limited.
Yes.
Yes. And nobody need go through all this business to see this.
Yes.